It's Vuma 103 Adult Radio for the young at heart. Robbie Malinga, I'm son of Fiso with Nguwe. I'm in the black before this one with Anthony Hamilton and the Soweto Gospel Choir with Vuma. 12 minutes after 10 is the time. This is the Saturday edition of the show, The Weekend Crush with myself, Usne, Intogazi, Mkhize. Sabonga kakhulu kupholwa kanzama for the Saturday breakfast. Uzobuya again next week, same time, same place. Right about now, though, it's all about you and I and Muzi City.
Igunundu, Lamadoda, the men's conference.
Oh yes, Igunundu, Lamadoda. Let's just do this.
Yeah. On the Weekend Crush.
Oh yes. Muzi, someone.
Sawubona Phala of the airwaves.
How are you this morning?
I am stupendous and I can't help it.
Oh my gosh, this word, it always gets to me. But I'm going to get used to it. It's okay, I'm going to get used to it.
How are you?
Oh, I'm super duper and
How's
I'm
your
okay.
week? Yaglowisha kaloku.
Ngiyaglowisha.
Wenza ngantoni?
Oh well, it's my secret.
Khawundichaphazele kancinci.
Ngeke sana, ngeke.
Khawundithi chatha.
Okokuqala nje unayo very glow nje natural. Uyibutho phela, if uyibutho nje. You have that glow naturally.
Inkazimulo yasezulwini le.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, but Muzi, I'm so excited. Ukuthi Igunundu Lamadoda, we're going to be joined by an amazing person. Angifuna ukum-introduce her, you know.
Yeah.
Ngifuna uzothatha wena and just introduce her because I mean I'm just overwhelmed because of the wise words that she's going to share with us, the wise conversation, the profound conversation that we're going to have today. So yeah, the floor is yours.
She is an award-winning author. She's been honored with the world over. She is a self-published, very and she does her own marketing of her own book and books. She's written 5 books, and this year alone she wrote what? 3 books. Yeah. 5 books.
5 books that are coming out this year.
5 books that are coming this year.
Wow.
And her name is Jackie Phamotse. Is Phala of in literature.
Oh yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very, very well. I'm very honored. I'm so happy that you were able to join us this morning.
I am glad that I could make it. So good to at least have gotten the chance to wake up because I thought I wasn't going to wake up.
Right after a hectic night last night.
Spanning.
But we made it. So thank you so much for having me. It's always so good to be back here at Vuma FM.
Oh, awesome. We are glad that you are here. But Muzi, let's just dive straight into our today's conversation.
Yeah.
What are we talking about namhlanje?
Namhlanje sikhuluma ngesikhwele. Ukukhweleza njengamadoda ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi uthola ukuthi awazi uyindoda ukuthi unesikhwele. Sikhuluma ngezinto nge-impact yesikhwele in society, the impact yesikhwele kuma relationships. Ibanga yini yenza ukuthi abantu baze bafike la ekuthemba khona babe nesikhwele. Yeah.
You know, I'm so glad that Jackie is here because this was the woman's perspective, because we always say that we men's conference, yes, we are dealing with izinto zabantu besilisa. However, abantu besilisa they abaphili bodwa.
Yes.
We are as women, nathi khona izinto abazenzayo and they affect us. Nathi khona izinto esizenzayo that affect them. So I'm so glad that today we are going to be tackling on that part. If I can just ask Jackie now, ukuthi anikeze her view on what we are going to be talking about today.
Well, to me, jealousy is an ingrowth thing. It could lead to, or it could be derived from things like having low self-esteem, having no self-confidence in who you are and the partner that you have. Also, childhood trauma creates isikhwele because you feel like you don't trust anyone, or you're not in a place where you can trust yourself with people as well. So it comes off across as ukuba nesikhwele, because sometimes you can perceive it as umuntu for an example, if you leave uyemsebenzini, 10 minutes after you walk out of the door, your partner calls you and says, how awukakafika emsebenzini, why is it taking so long namhlanje ngoba ufika ngo7, it's 5:07. Why haven't you told me that you're at work? Then an hour later, hayibo usudlile, why ungangitshela ukuthi udlile, uthathe ini, you know. But it's not that sometimes we can say it's caring, but it's borderline narcissistic and borderline not caring, because now it's also in selfish intent.
Yeah.
Right? So, umuntu enza njalo, in the beginning, you can say, uyangithanda.
Yes.
He's very caring. He's very patient with me. They make sure that I'm okay all the time. But the selfish intention is that it's not for you most of the time. It's for their ego and their self-esteem inside. So sometimes we might also think that umuntu onjalo has trauma issues.
Yeah.
Because children who come from abandoned families also resemble this type of behavior, mabakuri.
Yeah.
Where if their partner leaves, they thinking that uyabashi, it's desertment.
Yeah.
Oh, you deserting me. Why uhambe isikhathi esingaka? Why ungabuka uthi uyabuya Sunday then ungabuyi, right? So you see that as adults grow up, it's not only jealousy, but you've got issues of resentment that breed into this thing of your behavior. So I think in today's conversation, we're going to look at those kind of things.
Nanokuthi ke leyo over suspicion njengoba esho Jackie, mina ngibona ukuthi kunezinto ezenzeka sikhula esingadilanga nazo. There's a very interesting language mawufunda iBhayibheli that you observe ukuthi in the book of Genesis the Bible calls uSathane the serpent, inyoka. But in Revelation iBhayibheli libiza uSathane ngo-dragon. Yeah. So why am I saying this? Because if you do not deal with your serpent, you're gonna have to deal with you're gonna have to deal with a dragon later, which is much harder ukudila ne-dragon than ukudila nenyoka. So ama issues ezinto ezenzeka kuthina njengoba esho Jack, it's not always something othola ukuthi yenzekile, it's traumatic yenzeka. But kwesinye isikhathi uthola it's a process. Wawunganakiwe, you know, somebody may have made a comment ukuthi umubi unobuso obucijile, you know, and we know ukuthi abantwana esikoleni can be very harsh. You know, they say things as they see it, and you internalize these things, and when awuboni ukuthi unesikhwele, and then outlet yalezo zinto, you're going to have to deal with it in a relationship sooner or later.
Awesome, Dala, yes. 065-933-70172. You can join in the conversation. Have you ever been in an experience where Isikhwele wasizwa in a very hard way, where it resulted in gender-based violence, it resulted in with your partner now, to a point where you have to break up, you have to go for a divorce. You can share those experiences with us. Otherwise, on 086-1010-300. Sikhona nakuwo wonke ama social media platforms, so that's Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. When we come back, we're going to be diving straight into everything and more.
Share as well if you are the one on Isikhwele.
Oh yes, as umuntu wesilisa.
Yeah, how you dealt with it.
Yes, and how do you know, sometimes you don't even know that you have Isikhwele, but we're going to be diving straight into that when we return.
Daba ilanga elitholakala njalo ngesonto umsumluko nolwesine likulethela izindaba zangamuva.
Ndiyabulela on Vuma 103. 24 minutes after, well, it's gone 25 minutes after 10. It is the Saturday edition of the show, The Weekend Crush with myself, Usne, in Togazi, Mkhize. We're talking all things about men, Igunundu, Lamadoda, and in Amhlanje we're tackling a very important issue of Isikhwele. We got a voice note there here that I would like for us to listen to before we continue with our conversation. Thank you so very much, Body France.
ngicabanga ukuthi it's very important lento eshiwo ubhuti. Uma ngabe ungena emgwaqweni kunezimpawu ezishoyo ukuthi uhamba kuphi, uhamba ngaliphi ithubani. Uma uhamba emgwaqweni othize iyasho ukuthi if uhamba fast uzoginqika. It's very important mawungena ebudlelwaneni ukubona izimpawu kuse early and then make the right decision. Uma ethi umfowethu ngize ngathatha isinqumo sokuthi ake ngiyimise le relationship ngoba egcineni uzogcina ehluthukela inhliziyo lobhuti bese kuba ne-GBV. So ukuze kungaze kufike lapho, it's very important to be very selfish about your peace of mind, about your own safety as well. Ngoba awumazi ukuthi lo muntu ngoba uzovela abona ukuthi okay uyisigora umuntu kunami unomzimba kunami uzongishaya. So yini mina engakushaya kuyona ngoba ngiyakubona ukuthi uyajolana laba abangani bami of which ubhuti uthi akajoli nabo. So uma ngabe uyibona izimpawu, take care of them.
But Muzi, with regards to impawu, ngimyaninkinga because people misrepresent themselves when they are approaching you. Umuntu uzokutshela ama hazards are wrong wena ube cautious ngalawa kanti you are supposed to look out for another caution. So how do you then deal with that? Because now you are conflicted. Or it's just in you that you have to have that sense of intelligence where you're going to read in between the lines and be like, this person is not the person.
But that's the reason why our parents used to tell us about take your time to know someone. You can't say somebody's your love of your life in 7 days. You cannot say that. And it's very important for us to remember sometimes the signs are not even from the person that you are with, it's from the family members who tell you about the person. Right? So auntie can say, yes, lo muntu lo unenkinga yotshwala. And then you say no ba niphuza nonke. But forgetting that maybe auntie ikhona into le ayibonile that you didn't see ukuthi this person is actually violent when they're drunk. And they were trying ukuthi bakuxwayise ngalento leyo and you didn't see it. So it's important to listen to outsiders who know the person, and I don't mean like completely strangers, you know, but family members who know the character of this person, and then also you discerning ukuthi, is this person that I'm seeing the right person as compared to the personality that was introduced to me. But that takes time for you to see.
And also
right?
not to be naive, because we tend to overlook at things. We tend to turn a blind eye on the things that we need to know just because we are hoping that this person will change. We are hoping that this person will be the person that he or she presented. But oh my gosh, the time, it's 10:30 and over this young standby to give us what's happening in the world of sport, but we're definitely going to be coming back right after her.
Angibingelele ezemidlalo igama lami nguFaith ngoba siqala ngeze-motorsport i-Turkish Grand.
Morning, Faith.
I'm good.
How are you?
Ngiyaphila, ne-right?
At Peggy Mthetho on Vuma 103 with Gelegeke. This is the Saturday edition of the show. The Weekend Crush with myself Usne Intogazi Mkhize, and I'm so honored namhlanje ukuthi nginezihambeli zami while khona resident. And then we have our honored guest Jackie Phamotse. If you have just joined us, siyawamukela. We are talking all things about Isikhwele, particularly sabantu besilisa, and how do you see ukuthi umuntu wakho unesikhwele? Is it love or is it jealousy? And we are going to be talking all things about that. Kule segment nje sizobe sitheklisha kakhulu ukuthi how do you then know ukuthi ngempela no nginesikhwele?
Kunento esake sayisha, I think it was our very first conversation women's conference ukuthi wenza kanjani, how do you handle ama challenges as a man? One thing I said was it's very important to have reliable brothers to whom you are going to be accountable. Yes. So when you have eskimini sabangani bakho kunabantu obaziyo ukuthi angisoze ngatshela uMthabela inkinga zami ngoba ungambone se Twitter ngazo, but there's that one brother that you know ukuthi mangikhulume noSibanibani indaba yethi ihlele khoneni, he won't even tell his wife inkinga zami, you know. So approach one of those brothers and umbuze ukuthi mfowethu, tell me honestly, be brutally honest ukuthi how do you define me? Ngiyindoda enesikhwele na. If umngane wakho uneqiniso kuwena uzokutshela ukuthi ya mfowethu ngiyangibona ukuthi unesikhwele ngingazi ngizokutshela kanjani. But mangabe wenza 1 2 3 4 5, that can be seen as ukuhlukumeza umuntu wakho, even though wena you may think ukuthi, because kuyenzeka kwesinye isikhathi uthola ukuthi wena you genuinely do not know ukuthi unesikhwele kanti unaso. And there are one of those beautiful moments emjulweni nasemshadweni where you ask each other ukuthi, are you still happy now? You know, usagrand yini engiyenzayo ungayithandi. Those are very soulful moments where ozothi mawukhuluma khona nomuntu wakho akutshela iqiniso
and akuzwe.
Yes, ulalele, don't ask to answer, ask to listen.
But again, sometimes I have a problem with that because you maybe in the relationship you are the only person, whether it's a male or a female, also banalo emotional intelligence, because the other person would think that you are attacking them. You know, umuntu onesikhwele would be like, you should khona umuntu mhlawumbe usongikhomparisha naye, angisakujabulisi yini, and then that's when it's going, you know, kuzophinde futhi qale another argument. So how do you then
the
make
approach
sure?
is very important. I saw a very beautiful clip ka Ian Lavanzant. This woman was saying, my husband, this and this and this and that. And Ian Lavanzant said, wait. Let me show you something. And then ngicela usuke eduze kwendoda yakho Ian la wahlala eduze kalo baba wathi baba sekhaya. Kunento engifisa ukuthi ngikutshele yona. When you do 1 2 and 3, it makes me feel 1 2 and 3. So approach is very important. Ngingathi ngikubuza ukuthi okay, what yini engiyenza kule relationship, vele nje wena Sipho kade ngangitshela ukuthi futhi awulaleli. No, already thina as men, the
response is also bad, because Itonia response is not comforting.
Yes
Because I mean umuntu uyakutshela ukuthi okay mina ngicabanga ukuthi mawenza so angifeel right, then wena uthi yabona ke Sipho wenze kanje, yabona the tone of the response as well will throw a person off. And also sometimes you would see that someone is in love in the relationship and someone is not.
Exactly.
So the person who's in love, regardless of what they do, the person who has checked out of the relationship might see your actions as isikhwele. Because they're still in a relationship, so you calling them will irritate them. You being home will irritate them. You visiting them will irritate them. Because they have checked out, but they will say to other people, because I'm sure uzothi unesikhwele lo wenza 1 2 3, but it's because they have checked out.
The thing is, let's go back to our first point. Ama road signs. When you are traveling nomuntu wakho emgwaqweni wothando, uyibona impaka ukuthi lo muntu mangafonanga mina akafoni. Angashaya ufone ntambama engangifonelanga yena. That's a sign. Don't ignore those signs. And ungayitsheli ukuthi umuntu uzoshintsha, because omunye umuntu ngeke ashintshe, uzothi wangiqoma nginje, wangishada nginje, ungithole nginje,
and ngakutshela nami ukuthi ngeke ngishintshe.
You know, so honor the road signs. Ubona ukuthi lo muntu akangithandi ngendlela engimthanda ngayo, ungaloko ukuthi ngiyamthanda. No.
And namazi wakhe but Muzi, because other people bayakutshela ukuthi mawungaphuma la wabuya kusasa ekseni ungaphindi ubuye. You know, those kind of words that they show you the extent of whether it's obsession or isikhwele. Because umuntu makathi mawahambile let's say uphuma nabangani bakho, then athi ubuye ngo9 wena ungabuyi ngo9, mawuthi uphumula ngaphandle umthola ngaphandle la nihleli khona, and you're like, but asivumelanga ukuthi uzongilanda, ufike kanjani la ngakutshela, why are you here? You know, those things are excessive, and those are the signs that people should start picking up. Like uyafona, sometimes video caller the whole day, you're like hayibo ngikutshelile ukuthi ngihleli nobani bani, why ufuna ukubona, like what do you want evidence or proof ukuthi ngiyenza
every second
mawuphumile uye estolo ufuna ama receipt ukuthi uthenge kuphi, uthenge ngamalini, ngubani onginikele le mali leyo. Mawuholile they want i-proof ukuthi usebenza le kule ndawo le uthi usebenza kuyo, you know, ukuthi okay uhola malini, I want to see. They make it a point, you know. Sometimes they go as far as even tapping your phone.
Absolutely.
Putting GPS, cloning your WhatsApp, WhatsApp mayingena naye ayithole yabona. Those things are very, very obsessive.
Yeah.
And we might think ukuthi uyenza li safety ukuthi afake maybe GPS emotweni yami. Uyenzela ini. It's not. Those things can be very, very intolerable. You cannot tolerate that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
And
you get a person who will snap even if awulibambanga
ucingo ungaphendulanga iWhatsApp why did you take 15 minutes ukuphendula iWhatsApp?
Exactly.
You know,
even if when you pick,
or you're online, why ungaphenduli?
You are picking up the phone, but it rang for a long time. Why did it take you so long to pick up that phone? You understand?
Because no umuntu unama issues, unama trust issues angazange deal nawo, azibonakalisa la. And this one thing I must say, umuthandana nomuntu, it's very important to realize ukuthi we don't own our partners. Umuntu kaNkulunkulu, umuntu kaJehova. So mhlambe nale terminology, it sounds romantic makusadlalwa kuthiwa umuntu wami. Akekho umuntu nomuntu. Umuntu does not belong to you. Unkosikazi wakho does not belong to you. Indoda yakho sisi does not belong to you. They are not your possession. They are not your thing. So it is very important ukuthi uyifake leyo nto ekhanda ukuthi umuntu une will ayiphiwe uNkulunkulu, une free will. So awukwazi ke wena ukuthi bese umphuca i-free will kusho ukuthi wena sewuphikisana noJehova or sewuqophisana noJehova. So it's very important ukuthi umuntu othandana naye mhlamba siliyeke nalo leli teme ukuthi umuntu wami ngoba lisho kamnandi makusadlala kodwa kuhamba libe isicelo sometimes. Yes.
0659337172. When we return, we're going to be coming back with your voice notes, and we're going to be diving straight into the practical solutions that we can apply. Guys, 1 hour is not enough, eh? Like, it's not enough. It's KO and Nandi on Vuma 103 with the Say You Will. It is 10:49. Malbumbane hora leshumnanye years and Oltando Kamtunu to give us what's happening in the world of news. Right about now, though, before we wrap things up as far as our men's conference is concerned, I'd like to remind you that hashtag Team OGs and hashtag Team Newbies are going to battle in the McDonald's Nazo debate. Vote now on Facebook and Twitter by posting a selfie enjoying a chicken fold over or quarter pounder with a cheese. Both now at $49.90 or the Grand Chicken Classic. Will it be hashtag Team OGs or the new contender hashtag Team Newbie? You decide. Vote now. Data rates and the T's and C's do apply. Nazo. Alrighty, right now let's wrap things up as far as absolutely. Jackie, kusanjani ukuba nathi?
No, it's very nice. Thank you.
Very nice. The interesting thing is, uyathanda ukukhuluma isiZulu.
Kodwa maselana.
And I've been asking why ungazikhuluma isiZulu. I say,
lana ngizobheda.
Egola ubheda.
At least egoli sibaningi isibheda. Isibheda sibaningi.
And for sure.
So lana, I'll be a victim.
And you'll butcher it and you're going to be like, and then uthi wenzani vele, uthi wenzani. And you know how Zulus are with their Zulu, right? Amabutho, they're gonna be there like wena.
If the calling yakhona ukuthi ngibhede ngiyele sizohleka kube mnandi lana. Hayi bazokhuza vero.
Just like how with us we know it's the Setswana and Sesotho we butcher it here and you guys don't want us to be like Akiri and Mara.
Enhle kwatsiki.
Mamela awusaka.
No. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's wrap things up as far as our today's topic is concerned, which is a very emotional, There's a voice note that I would like for us to listen to, and I feel like it's a perfect example as far as drawing the line, where we're saying there's a thin line between love, taking care, and Isikhwele. Let's take a listen to it.
I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
And it's very realistic. And it's very understandable because there is healthy jealousy.
Yeah.
And healthy care and destructive jealousy.
Yeah.
Whereas umuntu angakufonela akubuze nje uhambe kahle.
Yeah.
Akulethele ukudla emsebenzini, ngikulethele lokho. Ubugula ekseni ngicabange ukuthi ngiyenze kanje. It's care. Iyakunakekela. But umuntu ofona 7-8 times within 5 minutes is not healthy.
Yeah.
Umuntu o double checker whether it be your personal things, your bag, your phone, or fagama tracker, that is not healthy.
Even having to make sure that when you're going out, finally I verify maybe with a friend.
Yes,
exactly.
You know, or even a person mawubuya lapho umtshele ukuthi kwenzeke so, and then he would go to three or four other people and verify lento le uyikhulumayo. That is not healthy.
Yeah.
So I understand when she's saying, hey, umuntu amunesikhwele. Sometimes because of personalities, some people come across very strong.
Yeah.
So you would say, yo umuntu makathe kuphelile usekhulumile uqedile, you know, just because it's a personality thing, and you might be softer, so you might take it across as if unesikhwele, or he's a bit aggressive, but there is healthy. But just by listening to her Usisi's tone and voice, she's quite happy.
Yeah,
it's not a person on a concern ukuthi hayi kusasa lo muntu lozovuka angibulele or ngishayile. No, she's just saying, okay, our personalities are different, but umuntu wami yena uwenza kaso, but uthando unalo. So I don't think she's in something that's unhealthy just by her tone and expression. Not that I'm saying I know what's happening in the relationship, but judging
from
what we have, she's saying yes, umuntu amangphumile, he checks, he does this, he does that. But I can still tolerate it.
I can even feel the smile on her voice.
Smiling. I can still tolerate it because I know it comes from a good place.
Which prompts me to ask on behalf of my brothers out there, now that we have a guest who is a female, which is why you're here, ukuthi ezinye izinto we need to bounce them off of you guys as women.
Yes.
Sikhona nesikhwele sinichazayo.
Yes.
No, isikhwele sibalulekile, but to
imagine Butmuz, if ngiyageza, I've changed my hair, ngiyageza, and I go out, and my partner doesn't say, "Hayibo, umuhle kanje uyapi." You know, those things make you feel good. You notice me. You see what I changed my hair. Oh, that is healthy.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
Yeah. If somebody says, "Hamdam, you have lost weight," oh, you know, those kind of things. How?
It's coming with a smile. It's not aggressive.
Yes, it's not aggressive. It's like
positive.
It's positive affirmations. You know.
So sikhona isikhwele sihle.
Yes.
That is healthy for a relationship, and kukhona line that we should not cross.
Yes.
Correct.
I'm still wanted in this relationship.
I'm still wanted.
I'm still loved in this union. You know? It's like
and it's also they affirming your confidence.
Exactly.
As well, look how how usebenzile, you know, how we tolile le promotion lo bigijimele ebusuku kangaka. Hayibo, yes ngitholile. Oh, uhamba nabo bantu bana izinto zi right now uyasebenza ke manje.
I feel like Usisi has demonstrated Isikhwele as positive because she's also not victimized by Isikhwele sikamyeni wakhe. In fact, she's enjoying it.
Yes, you can hear in her tone, Uti. But now that's where you will see the differences when your partner changes as well, because once when they're still in love with you, it's all the attention you'll get, and then all the positive affirmations and all the details he will pick up when things change. As soon as he stops, that's where you also see how this person doesn't buy flowers, he doesn't ask me about my hair, he doesn't ask anymore because his attention is somewhere else now. You see, because now you see the pattern. So there's really positive jealousy and obsessive jealousy. And yes, we need both we don't need both, but we need the one for a healthy relationship because it's natural to ukuthi ube nenhliziyo of caring. Ubuza umuntu wakho ukuthi uyaphi uzobuya nini, do you need anything, uright, ngibonile izolo ukuthi uhambe ungathi ukwatile wabuya ngabo 6, is everything okay? It's healthy as opposed to umuntu ozokubuza umbuzo like ulele kuphi why ungabuyanga. Then, but the tone, you can hear the tone.
Exactly.
It's the message in the tone that makes it very different. Where you also feel Uti, when he says this, he's not happy. He's really angry.
Exactly, and the fact that you don't feel like this person is too much into your space, because when a person is asking that, it's like I'm here with my friends, but you're calling me after 5 minutes. It's like I'm spending time with you
more than
I am. You know, I'm physically here. But I have to attend to this call, to this video call, and I'm going to stay there for like
10
minutes, 15 minutes, explaining what's going on, what I'm drinking, who I'm with, how many times I've went to the loo, you know?
Sizoqhubeka siyikhulume kahle na next week because ukhona umuntu ohlele ekhaya manje othi nginesikhwele because ngine evidence yokuthi wake wenza ukuthi before. However, I think ama solutions ukuthi uma ngabe usubonileke ukuthi unasi isikhwele. One of the most important things esingazenzi thina kakhulukazi as African men indaba yokuhamba ama psychologists. It's very important because ama psychologist aqeqeshelwe ukuthi akwazi ukuthola umnyombo wokuthi yini umnyombo it's not inhlamba Jake. The gist, the source. Ama psychologists ayakwazi ukuthola umnyombo wokuthi le mistrust yakho engaka iqhamukaphi. And siyasibuka amafilimu usijela ukuthi nje they just ask you a few questions lapha na umbhedo lento it's a waste of money. It is not. It is very helpful. It's also very important to have, like I said earlier on, to have brothers to whom you are going to be accountable.
Yes, but Muzi nangu nothando sezoshaya ufuna isikhathi sakhe. Uyangibumbanisa, but we are definitely going to be carrying on next week. Jackie, thank you so very much for gracing us with your presence. Sikuthola kanjani on the socials?
It's at Jackie Phamotse on Facebook and Jackie_Phamotse on Instagram and Jackie Phamotse on Twitter.
Alrighty, thank you so very much. Usikhonzele goli name masikuphindele.
What if ngifuna ukuhlala?
Oh, even better. Even better.
Iphuma nini incwadi yakhe nje?
Iphuma nge-27 July. So
what is it titled again?
It's Liwa. There's a kids book series and an adult crime thriller.
Oh, nice. Maybe you should do series, you know.
Yabon.
So I shoot one day. So I shoot like this.
But Muzi, thank you so very much. At Muzi Mthabela, siyabonga.
Thank you.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Noltando Mkhize for Vuma 103 News. Good morning. In the headlines this hour.